create jobs for the people. You must also empower those who are able to create jobs. There are some industries in Akure that are almost falling over. They are falling off. I know of a cable factory somewhere in this town that all across Nigeria, we all recognize that it is the best cable, they call Nigerian cable, in the entire country. We all know that there's some minerals in some part of Supari that is the best in the entire world. Go to Italy. All we need to do is to bring investors down there and ask, give the support. When we were building ShopRite, and I tell you, I was part of those that was instrumental to establishing ShopRite. Not a kobo of government was spent to build what we call ShopRite today. We brought in a private investor and we said, look, we're going to give you this place to develop, and we're going to reserve half of it as an hotel that will be used to service the event center, which is the Dome. And we said, look, you must build. When you build, we'll give you a license to run the place for so number of years. I think it was about, is it 20 or 20 something years or 25 years? I'm not sure now. And we said, look, spend all your money, recoup your money. But when you're recouping the money, any money that comes in, you'll give us, I think it's about 25% or 21% from your income. And when this gentleman finished building the place, the number of those who came into ShopRite the day it was open was about 6,000 people. 6,000 to come and buy and sell commerce. And we have a restaurant there. It's not more than 2-3 rooms. That restaurant was established by a graduate in catering services. In that restaurant, you have 7 graduates who are working there. They cook food, they make cake, they do bread, and people come in there to eat. In that small 2 rooms, we were able to provide employment for about 13 people. 6 graduates, the owner of the place, and other workers who are cleaners. In a space of how many years? Employment is there. Go to ShopRite. You have people who are standing. Those who are baking bread are baking. Those who are selling are selling. Those who are in the cashier are there. Those who are also cleaning are there. Those who are in the security are also there. That is employment. Now, talk about filling positions in the civil service. It's also the same process. The important thing is that to find jobs for everybody. And in civil service, you'll be able to do something that will also bring benefits to the people. Now, you asked the second question, and I think that is about the civil servants. Yes, civil servants. Look, it's even in the Bible. You must reward a man and pay for his sweat before the sweat dries up. And, you know, it depends on priority. Some people have priority to say, look, construct this, construct that. These are developments that must come. There are ways to develop. But again, those who have worked must have the benefit of a reward for their sweat before the end of their sweat. Salaries must be paid. The civil servants have a peculiar way of operating. And you know, they belong to cooperatives. These cooperatives are things that they use to be able to save money, and when they need money, they borrow money. That system must be given the legal backing. Those who are in that business of cooperatives should be encouraged, and it's centrally controlled. And when it is time to assist those who are civil servants, you assist them. When it is time to pay pension, you must be able to pay. When it's time to pay salaries, you must be able to pay. And let me say this, because people might ask questions. There were times that salaries and money is not there, you can't pay salary. You must save for the raining day. It is the governors who determine what the priorities are. Someone will say, look, these are my priorities. But I will say, X is my priority. But for God's sake, if we must live a good life, salaries must be paid. If you expect children to stay on their desk from morning till afternoon, then you should not deny them the salaries. Same for pensioners. And my view is this, and this is part of our policy in administration, that all our elderly people who have served the state should be able to carry an ID card that will entitle them to some benefits. One, because they are now elderly and because they are retiring. And secondly, because they are old, they deserve some compassion. This ID card should be able to entitle them to also some free access. Call it health, call it education, and God will help us. My prayer is that God will give us the opportunity and the chance to be able to do this for the people of Ondo State.
My people, who you say you want, say it, Tayo. Ondo State, who you say you want to, say it, Tayo. Èyí Tayo làwọn ọlọ́jà ń fẹ́, say it, Tayo. Àgbẹ̀ àtàwọn oníṣẹ́ oṣù, say it, Tayo. Papa, mama, brother, sister, say it, Tayo. Òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba oníṣòwò, say it, Tayo. Èyí Tayo Jegede ti dé o. Èyí Táyọ̀. Make I vote to make you vote o. Èyí Táyọ̀. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ jẹ́ ká dìbò fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo lè dára sí kó sì tún yẹ wá.
Vote Eyitayo Jegede for Governor Ondo State.
Make I vote to make you vote.